Hello and welcome back to the channel. I'm David Steele and here's my truck. And today we are in the Western Star 57 XE. I've got an urgent delivery to make and we're going to be doing this at, how shall we say, best speed. So let's go ahead and fire her up. I'm going to jump into the cabin. I'm going to drive around to where we need to be. And we'll talk about what the trip is today. We're going to be doing. So, let's go ahead and maneuver it. Now, I don't think I have driven the long wheelbase 5700 XE on the channel before. I may have done, but I don't recall. And this machine is pretty well spec'd out. It's not completely chromed up, but I mean, it's certainly there. And yeah, well, I'm looking forward to the run. This is going to be bending a few speed limits, but I want to try and be, I want to say sensible. We don't want to go absolutely crazy, but we are, like I say, we're going to be a bit of road trucking here. A bit of jank from the game as well. It's not running as smoothly as I'd like, but it's good enough. We've got an Enterpriser. I think it's roof shingles we're taking up to Burns. I want to take a reasonable cargo here today as well. It's not the most dense of cargoes. Right, quick look here. Freight market, what have we got? Salt. Roof shingles, there we go. 39,500 pounds up to Burns. I wonder if we can do a different... Well, I don't think we can. I could do a flatbed double, but I don't think that's really what I want to do. I mean... It's a little heavier, 44,000 pounds, but it's also a double. I don't think this flatbed will be heavier. Let's take a look. No. Okay. That's the dual axle as opposed to triple. Let's try that back with the red one. 39,500 or a double. You know, I might just go for the double, I think. Yeah, I mean, if we're going to be bending the speed limit, I'm sure it's completely fine, right? I mean, what could possibly go wrong? Okay, let's go ahead and get that. Okay, and where is it? May need to get some motion lotion for the trip today, and we'll cross that bridge if we come to it. And under the hood is a 2010 generation Detroit Diesel DD15, and this is probably one of the most underutilized mainstream engines for me. I don't know what it is about the DD15, I just haven't used it that much. Oh, this truck's kind of long. Messed that up already. Wow. Alright, I can do a lot better than this. Let's try this again, shall we? What a mess. Well, first of all, let's drop the ride height. I'm not using advanced coupling today or coupling today, which basically means that I just have to get close enough and be able to get under the cargo, but I'm going to have to do an Austin Powers style 27-point turn, I think. Controls here, but it's an air shift that doesn't really help things. This is a long truck. Okay, that's probably good enough. Yeah, cargo and get the ride height back where it should be. Jump back in the cabin. And let's get going. Okay. So under the hood we have, like I say, a 2010 generation DD15, and I've not used the DD15 all that much. Yes, I did a lot of testing when I was working on this engine, but to actually use it, not so much. I've tended to prefer the DD13 or the DD16, and whilst I get that the DD15 is arguably the sweet spot of the line haul engine, if you want to do line hauls, I don't know, it seems to be a bit of a compromise. You don't get the economy of the DD13, you don't really get the performance of the DD16. Except, maybe you do. The earlier DD15s have a couple of secret weapons amongst the engine range. One of those is the DD15 530, which is what's under the hood today. The other one is the DD15 560. We're not running the 560. I opted for one below top, and that's an 1850 foot-pound of torque engine. So it's got a lot of, it's got a reasonable amount of go. Say a lot of go. It's got a reasonable amount of go, and that's good because I think we're going to need it today. Now, having all that torque does make it very easy, which is good news.
Turn left.
So it does make it very easy. It makes it,
Turn left.
I suppose, just that much easier to just get it move on. Gonna need that torque to get moving off the line. Interesting, I've just got an alert on a thermostat at home. May have to pause the recording. I'll be right back. Okay. A period of time has passed in the real world since I had to disappear. But I'm sure in the video it's been a fraction of a second. I shan't bore you with the details other than something stopped working at home, and I can just imagine it wouldn't be good if the cooling stopped. I live in Texas, and it's bloody hot. Okay, so what was I waffling on about? I think I was talking about the DD15 that was available in an 1850 530 horsepower and an 1850 560 horsepower variant. And we've got the 530 under the hood today, which should be enough for reasonably proficient cruising, shall we say. Now that's good, because we have 480 miles and 10 hours to... It reckons it's 10 hours drive, we've got 13 hours, so we've got plenty of time to make this happen. But I'd like to get there nice and early. But I also don't want to go crazy. So trying to find the right balance there is going to be interesting. And this is also a test of this engine. So I adjusted the 2010 generation DD15 engine family, all of them. But this one, the higher torque, lower power variant, so either this one or the 455 1550 should make the change I've made that much more obvious.
Turn left.
But I figured I would drive this one instead. I guess I've been spending a bit of time driving Euro Truck Simulator 2, because I don't have a retarder in the American game, and I kind of missed it there. Alright, let's get around there. Let's get going. I don't think I'm going to be able to... I'm going to have to yield on the green light. Yep. Okay. That's fine. Trickle forward and then up to this black SUV. Alright, let's make like a tree and get out of here. Beautiful sunrise happening right now. We're heading northeast, so we're kind of heading into the sun. Well, sort of. So far, it doesn't really feel like this engine is a great shake. But I wouldn't really expect it to, because we've got a reasonable cargo here.
Right, and then turn right.
Yeah, I'm going to be taking this exit, but I want to be in the left-hand lane.
Turn right.
Would you Adam and Eve it? I've got a cat scratching at the door to get in, because obviously they want to be in the room.
Keep left.
By the way, ease off here. Let's get it around this corner. Want to be gentle. Now, what would ruin the plan today? Yeah, bad idea, David. Way too fast for that corner. What would ruin the plan today is bad weather. And those clouds are telling me it may rain on me. So I guess we'll have to make hay whilst the sun is shining. In other words, let's go. Okay, the fact that we're scooting up past 65, I think is great news. Past 60 even. Set my cruise at 65 65 right now, and we'll just make sure it's comfortable at that sort of speed. And I'm sure it will be. I'm going to go ahead and take a sip of water because I can already hear my voice going a little bit.
Keep left.
Okay, so any observation about how this thing is performing? I've got to bear in mind that we do have 44,000 pounds of cargo stuck up behind me, and double track, so there's a bit of weight there. I wonder what that gross vehicle weight is. I'm going to say we're pushing 80, maybe a little more.
Do you even listen to me?
Alright, we'll happily cruising along on 65. Let's check my fuel consumption right now. Now that in the middle of the dashboard is the trip computer. It's a little small, but it shows the average is 6.3, but that is that's from when I last reset, which was a different trip. But it was 6.2 when I flicked to that screen. Now it's 6.3, so doing something right. But I do want to just accelerate and extend past these slow coaches. So let's pump this cruise up to 70. Reasonable burst of acceleration given the weight behind us. We're up to 70, so yeah. So we're keeping up with cars, but we are absolutely going to get busted by a cop if I'm spotted, of course. A lot of California have signs that say the speed limit is monitored by radar or monitored by aircraft, and sometimes you see both of them together. So you don't have to be a cop car on the road to get busted, and that looks like we're heading into rain. Well, maybe we'll be speeding in the rain. I mean, that doesn't seem too big a deal. Maybe. In terms of transmission, we've got the Detroit Diesel DT12, the overdrive version. That's got a 3.08 final drive today. So as you can see, 70 miles an hour is about 1400 RPM, very much there or thereabouts. Which means the 75 will be 1500 revs. Again, there or thereabouts. And it should be a comfortable engine speed for this engine. Should be able to maintain this speed, gradients permitting, for a long time. And it's going to be doing wonders for my average speed and the time to our destination. So yeah, 8 hours and 19 minutes of driving. Okay. And it's even sipping diesel at this sort of speed. Relative. When that little bar settles down, we're just over maybe 6.5 to the gallon, which means this speed on the level, the truck is doing about 6.5 miles per gallon. Now that bar will move around subject to load. As we go up a hill, the bar will drop towards the left, showing we're burning more fuel per mile covered, and as like now, and as we start to descend, it's going to go all the way across to the right, showing that essentially the engine is not working hard. I would say the overrun, whether overrun is the technical term. Alright, speed limit drops to 65, which means that red Jeep thing might slow down ahead of me. Go ahead and merge left here. Alright, now the speed's way dropped. Good, got a bypass on the way station.
Keep left.
When you stop for a way station, that really does kill your average. And lost a little bit of speed on that incline, but not a massive amount, so. Yeah, this is just the sort of performance I really wanted from this truck. I can most definitely squeeze it that little bit harder, that little bit faster, but we're not going to right now, especially not when, I don't know, when the road is a 55 limit. We don't really want to be officially going that much quicker. Don't legally were, I suppose. Yeah, competently handling speed. It's handling the speed speed better than I'm handling the corners. It's a smart looking machine. Is the 5700 XE. XE is short for extreme efficiency, I believe. Let's go ahead and get left here, come on. Lane discipline, David. And this truck was designed to try and hit a sweet spot between appealing to small and medium fleets, but also to owner-operators. And with that in mind, it's got quite distinctive looks. Let's see if I can show those off briefly. Great big chrome grille on the front. Let's go ahead and stick in my lane. Yeah, it has distinctive looks. I would say it's got a bit of a Chad-like bonnet, Chad-like hood. It has a bit of flex going on, if you know what I mean. Not as much chrome as an International Lone Star, but let's face it, there probably isn't as much chrome on any other truck as there could be on the Lone Star. But that's not necessarily a bad thing, I don't think. I didn't get chrome wheels, I just got painted wheels here, big rims. So I didn't go all super flashy with the wheels. But one thing I did add is I added the aerodynamic extension on the roof and gave it double exhaust stacks. Because I gotta say, most trucks I see in Texas have the vertical stacks. Even though they've got a bottom exhaust as standard, they get given the whole vertical stack thing going on. Let's manually encourage the downshift. A couple of shift hints down. Yeah, I didn't like that. Okay. Now, so these kind of roads, in other words, not on your interstate, where I really think that this extra torque's going to help haul up and down hills. So, as we get going, I guess the right lane closes a bit. Yes, it does. I can expect to get held up by slow-moving traffic, and the rig in front of me, he may be able to do 55, but I'm going to struggle to pass him. Even though I've got plenty of power and torque, I just have to get a lot of road to be able to go around him. So I'm going to set my cruise at 60, not 70. Should slowly overhaul this guy, depending on if he's doing 55 or not. Warning for moo cows. Yeah, you see, we're taking our time to get up to speed. Let's just ratchet down the cruise to 55, and indeed we may not be able to do 55 in top gear. I've got a feeling that this engine wants a few more revs. The 2010 DD15s don't have quite the same low-down torque as the later models. Later models produce peak torque at about 1,000, if not slightly less than an RPM. And this one is more like 1,100. Full power. Letting it downshift on me. Okay. We're still catching this guy and we're still bleeding speed, but we're maybe holding 30. Maybe. Here we are, look at that. To be fair, so is he, or she. Maybe not. And whoever's behind me is catching up. That looks like they've got a chemical tank on the back as well. So I really like the challenge of doing a trip like this with something underpowered. You know, fit a 9 or a 10 speed, an ISX 12, and I'm happy. But I did want a bigger engine to be able to, more powerful engine to be able to sort of work it hard. Also driving way too close to the vehicle in front of me as well. E4 breaks the 2-second rule. Yeah, I can be a little bit further back, I think. But the trouble with that is, yeah, if I do come to a section of 2-lane or dual carriageway, I'm not going to be able to overtake, to accelerate quickly enough to be able to overtake. And it's tempting to grab some motion lotion whilst I'm here. Ooh. But I'm just going to get stuck behind traffic anyway, and I've got half a tank. Plenty. I need fuel for. Well, you know what I might do. But, let's see. What's my remaining? So I don't have that. Alright. Well, it reckons we did 874 miles to 143 gallons, but like I say, not the same trip. So, not really a fair comparison. Let's go back to my trip computer. So I just gave it full power, it downshifted for me, and I'm not making any inroads to the truck in front. Now I am, but it's because we're getting up to 55. So like now I'm at full power. I've not got the acceleration to go around this guy. I'm also tailgating him, so I could do with not being quite so close. Some more gradients, which is good, and it's the gradients that I really want to make sure that this engine that shakes down as it should. So peak torque is produced at 1100 revs, and that's round about the engine speed when it's going to want to shift down. So any second now it's probably going to want to shift. Oh, look at that! It's looking down a little low. Now, if I lift off and put back on the throttle, it's probably going to downshift, so we'll keep it pegged. Yeah, it kind of labored up that hill, but it didn't change down to below 10th. Okay, I don't know how I feel about that. So on the one hand, it probably didn't need to, but look how much distance the truck in front has been able to put on us. And I'm guessing that he was able to downshift a couple of gears more than we could. Now, did he use more fuel? Well, maybe, because he's burning more diesel to get more power. I can't even see him now. And I'm moving along up at 75 to try and catch him. That's not sensible, David. You could do better than this. Come on. There we go. It's a little better, right?
Slow down.
Quick check on the time. How are we doing? 4.5 hours left to drive and 8 hours 13. So I've made really good time, bearing in mind the sort of calendar that I've got. Now, I can give it 4 beans here, but I really don't think I can. No, there's an intersection coming up. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to try and go around it. That'd be very foolish. Maybe if I was in convoy, I might. Yeah, good job, because this white car, the pickup would have caught me. Sensible decision there, David. As tempting as it was. But all up, I'm happy with how well this powertrain has been performing. So I'm going to punch the throttle now. It didn't change down because I'm doing 1400 revs. I don't think it needed to. I've tried to set it up to be quite conservative with its use of fuel. But also it realizes that, hey, I've got lots of torque here. I can use my torque as opposed to chasing the power. I'm going to shift up to top gear in a few seconds. There we go. I did lift off to encourage that. Slowing down again, so that was a punch throttle wide open, but I'm pretty sure there's a vehicle there. No, there isn't, but either way he's pulling away from me, so maybe he knew that was coming, or maybe he just decided he wasn't going to let me pass. Certainly not driving the most efficient way. little past the stop sign. That's very interesting. Yeah, so there's quite a short shift there. And it drops you into quite a low amount of engine revs, but it still picks up very nicely. Jump back in the cabin. The 57 XE has a turbo boost gauge at the bottom left of the instrument cluster. Well, I'll say bottom left. It's the leftmost three, leftmost of those three. And that's, I mean, who doesn't like a turbo boost gauge? It's cool. And it does serve a purpose. It can help you judge if you're working the engine perhaps a little too hard for best mileage. Right now I've got my boot nailed to the floor. And as I lift off, it not only does the boost drop considerably because it changes gear, but now when we're closer to cruising and we are still accelerating, boost is low. If I squeeze the pedal harder,
You even listen to me.
the boost rises quite a lot. Slowly squeeze it up to full power. It might change down on me. Nope, it didn't. So able to smoothly accelerate through 55
Exceeding the speed limit.
and keep it rolling up this hill.
How many times do I have to tell you to slow down?
Go ahead and look at my engine oil temperature. Yep, 204. It was 205. We're working it kind of hard, which is why the oil temperature is a little higher than might be considered normal. When the modern trucks cruise at a fairly low engine speed, you might see a 202, 203 Fahrenheit. 204 is barely higher. You work the truck engine hard at higher revs for a period of time, and you'll see that go.
Going too fast.
An engine in good health, you might see 212 perhaps. Seems to be about the highest that you'll tend to see. It was tempting to attempt to whip round there, but it would be a bad idea really. 136 miles left to go. We're still doing okay. It is possible to confuse the transmission as to what gear it wants to be in, but that I will say is true of most every powertrain in the game. Into 25. That solid yellow line tells me not to
You
overtake.
even listen to me.
Creepy looking cowboy up there on that sign. Now hopefully he's not turning right up here. Been behind him for a while.
Turn right.
Now we can make a bit more progress with clean air ahead of me. Alright, let's punch it. Can you tell I punched it? There, probably not. Okay, so we've got, well, I mean, 3/8 of a tank left, I suppose, is about where we're at. But this is a 300-gallon tank, I think, now. And if anything, these exhaust fluids looking a little down in the dumps. And if we lose all that, that's gonna really hurt my performance. This engine will produce something like 50% of peak power. That will suck. Well, right now, I'm gonna just keep it pegged. That's based on distance and not on load, I don't think. So, I don't think driving like a nutter is gonna make a difference there. I might be wrong. Let's get my cruise at 70, which is 10 over the speed limit.
Going too fast.
But but the road seems to be fairly quiet. And yeah, it's up to 17, no problem. I think we've gone down a bit of a hill here. One way to tell, let's look at my fuel consumption. Oh yeah, we're going down a hill. We were going down a hill anyway. Slowly catching up with, I think, a passenger car ahead of me. But I think his speed limit is 65, so... Oh, and a truck as well. Okay, so cars 65 and trucks 60, and we're doing 70. That was a little quick for that corner, David. Now, if memory serves me correctly, this right-hand corner we're coming up to is kind of nasty. So I'm going to get on my engine brake here. Yeah, I think it is. Recommending 45 miles an hour. From Alaska, we're doing 45. So here I'm using my cruise control and my engine brake to keep my speed in check. And the DT12 is an automated transmission, so I'm driving it in automated mode. I'm not generally not shift hinting it either, just letting it take care of me. As you see, it is short shifting, which is not a reference to people of a lesser height. Just seemingly trickling around these corners. Quick check on the time, 79 miles. An hour and a half, it reckons. Challenge accepted. That's very interesting. It will put you in top gear at about 53 miles an hour if you're being gentle with the throttle or you're using cruise control. Yeah, that really does show it. It's sort of biased towards mileage. Back up to 60 if we can. In the ideal world, I want to be accelerating before I reach a hill to help climb the gradient. And if I were driving this without using cruise control, I'd be lifting off the power as we start to crest the hill. So you can save a little bit of jungle juice just by lifting off as you crest the hill. In fact, depending on how well you know the vehicle and the road, sometimes you can start to lift off, midway up that hill, and you barely lose speed. You do lose a bit of speed. So if you've got someone behind you with longhorns on the hood of the truck, you might not want to do that because they'll impale you with it. Of course, from a driving in Texas perspective, you can save quite a lot of fuel doing it. Yay, my first speeding ticket. Must be a cop behind me. Let's take a look. Oh, there he is. Okay. Well, I can either get away from this guy or just accept he's going to give me speeding tickets every once in a while. I'm most definitely tailgating here. This is a little uncomfortable. This is way too close. Oh, we're turning off here anyway. No. We're reaching a T junction and we are turning right. Tea, of course, not the beverage.
Turn right.
It's a shame. Mr. Faraday is turning right as well, okay. as is Mr. Generic Vehicle of Nondescript. And I was stationary. If you don't believe me, take a picture. Seeing the Billy store and archery before. That's pretty cool. Is that new? If it is new, that's awesome. If it's not new, I must have had my eyes closed driving along here before. And speaking of having my eyes closed, been very lucky with the weather so far. It has threatened rain, but we've not seen any in our immediate vicinity. I see that car is overtaking this rig round a corner. I mean, wow. So, Mr. Faraday is going slowly. Okay, look at him again. This little town.
Go straight.
Yeah, we can get round him. Well, I'm saying that. I'm at full power and he's not. Okay, he's slowing down for a reduction in speed limit. Cop busted me again. I am doing 50 to 35, it kind of figures. But the cop's going to be doing 35 as well, so
You're going too fast.
never mind. Oh, it's right here. I may have to pull in front of this nondescript car. I don't really trust myself to try and pull in front of 3 big rigs. Or even worse, pull in the middle of them. So we will just accept that we'll take a few extra seconds. But, hey, we're a bit, well, I guess Burns already, look at that. So let's see, we have 4 hours left in the trip, or nearly 4 hours left in the trip. So I think we made pretty good time. Fuel consumption wise, I don't think we did amazing, but we might have managed to get. Oh, I wonder if I can cut through here. I think I can. I don't want to wait for the red light. We'll just cut through here. Now it says stop, but that's only on the right hand side of the lane. We're on the left side, so we're all good here.
Keep left. And then
We won't indicate because that way they'll know where we're going. Oh, oops, oopsie.
turn left.
Bounced off the curb there. Whoa. Left.
You have arrived at your destination.
Reckon we're
Your
gonna
guidance is now finished.
maybe snuck in below 5 miles per gallon here. I think we've been a little hard on the combination, but I'm curious. Alright, let's go ahead and do the easy parking. Because we can. Okay. Slide it in there. Kind of add casual, like we've just sauntered here the whole time. Okay. Moment of truth. Let's see how well we did. So, 485 miles, not a bad result, and 90 gallons of fuel. Yeah, that's very good. That's more than 5. That's nearly 5.5 miles per gallon. I'm very impressed with that. That's a good result, because I felt like I spent most the whole time at very high power settings. But the tweak I made to the engine transmission, the powertrain, I'm happy with that. Yes, you can still get it confused every once in a while, but at the end of the day, that I've yet to be able to perfect that. And every time I think I've gotten that little bit closer, yeah, not quite. Well, I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you got something from that. And if you have, you know what to do. If you thought it sucked, you also know what to do. And I'll see you the next time. Thanks so much, everyone. Goodbye.
Caution. You're exceeding the speed limit.